ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to that primetime TV on YT TV Pro Football Chat. This is a special edition of Pro Football Chat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Commander Salute, where I focus on my team, talk about a few things, and then we move on. Hope y'all are doing good out there. Those of y'all that have been watching me, thank you. Pass it on to somebody else. If this is your first time watching, thank you. Hit the subscribe button and please leave all your comments. And I would love to hear from you. Much love. All you Commander fans, hell, what's going on? What's going down? Let's get it on. I am your host, once again, Freddie Football. And we're going to talk Commanders today. And in the Commander news recently, you know that the Washington Commanders recently signed offensive lineman or all-pro guard from the Jacksonville Jaguars, Andrew Norwell. They signed him to a 2-year deal totaling $10 million, 5.7 guaranteed with a base salary of $1.2 million guaranteed. Now, Norwell, 30 years old, was a first-team All-Pro selection. In 2017, he spent the first 4 years of his career with the Carolinas, so he is very much familiar with Coach Ron Rivera. He was coached under him before going to Jacksonville. He played in the Jaguars for an additional 4 more years. And what does Norwell bring to the table now that he's been drafted by the Commanders in free agency? Well, this lineman has a proven track record of success. In 2021, Norwell started all 17 games for the Jaguars and only committed just 2 penalties. That's very impressive for an awesome offensive lineman to play the entire season and only have 2 penalties called on him. That's big time balling, and that's all pro status to me. Brandon Sheriff is gone, our right tackle. He's gone. But they bring in Norwell, and what Norwell does, he provides a strong anchor to the offensive line, and I think that he's going to be a gem, a jewel in protecting our newly found quarterback, Carson Wentz. Also, Samuel Cossie, last year the rookie from Texas, our offensive lineman. I believe he's on the left side. I believe he's a left tackle. He got injured last year, but during the time that he played, he showed flashes of an awesome player as a rookie, and he's going to be a mainstay to the offensive line. So this guy Norwell is going to do Carson Wentz a lot of justice, and I look forward to seeing the offense this year in the Commanders, the offensive line, and how they play, how they run the ball, because we have weapons. We also signed former defensive end of the Carolina Panthers, Efe Obada. He comes in at 6'6", 265. He played 3 seasons in Carolina. We just acquired him from the Buffalo Bills. Before that, he played 3 seasons in Carolina, 2 seasons under Coach Ron Rivera. In 42 games, he recorded 62 tackles, 7.5 sacks, 4 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception. So this guy is a motor, and he's going to give it his all, and he's going to be a beast for us on that defensive line. Of course, we lost Matt Ioannidis, and we lost Tim Settle, who went to the Bills. So we need to beef that defensive line up again. So we get Efe Obada. The details on his deal are undisclosed at this time, so we don't know how many years he signed for or what for, but somewhere down the line, we'll address that later. J.D. McKissick, our running back / wide receiver, whom we almost lost in free agency because there was not a deal made for him. And the funny part about it was we actually stole him back from Buffalo because he is he's one of the premier pass catching backs coming out of the backfield in the NFL. He's one of the best in the league, and he proved that last year for us. So what they did was they matched the deal that Buffalo was going to get him because they were going to sign J.D. McKissick to a 2-year, $7 million deal, and the Commanders did just that. So we actually snatched him um, under the nose, snatched him back from under the nose of the Buffalo Bills. There's some folks in Buffalo that's not too happy right now, but hey, it is what it is. And we get McKissick back. He's a weapon. He's going to be a added weapon for Carson Wentz to throw to coming out of the backfield. I'm excited. I just can't wait to see how our offense is going to operate this year, especially under a new quarterback. We got a new offensive lineman. We have some people that they re-signed, and we have the draft coming up in about 4 weeks. So it's really going to be interesting, and I look forward to seeing Carson Wentz play this year. If there's any games that I look forward to really seeing him play against, is to go against his old team that drafted him, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. And you know, for years, this is Washington and Philly has been a heated rivalry all throughout the years. You go back through the 80s and 90s, they had some awesome battles, some awesome wars. You remember the crazy body bag game in 1990, where we were decimated with injuries on the Monday night. They were under Coach Joe Gibbs. I think 9 players in that game. The Redskins got carried out. And they call it the infamous body bag game, which was in Philly, and they beat us 28-14. But later that year, we went to the playoffs. They went to the playoffs. We went back to their home place and beat them in a revenge game, in a wild card game, 20-6 in Philly. So over the years, this has been like a back and forth battle between these two teams, and I really look forward to seeing Carson. I bet he's just going to be just out of his mind when he steps foot back into his old team's home field and plays them. And I'm sure he's probably has all these memories of when he played there and when they decided to let him go and trade. I bet he's going to be really fired up, and he's going to come into that game and he's just going to let loose. And I can't wait. I can't wait. The NFL, there's a lot of NFL analysts that have been, I don't know, bashing Carson Wentz. You know, they talk about he came from the Colts last year and they played the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they lost that game. And if they would have won that game, they would have went to the playoffs. And I think that the score was 28-11 or something like that. And all these analysts have been bashing him and saying that he's no good, he's washed up. The man had 27 touchdown passes last year, 7 interceptions, and passed for over 3,500 yards. That's quality play. Yeah, they didn't make the playoffs. I get that. But you can't judge a guy off of one game, which is really ridiculous. So all of these analysts, I think that Carson Wentz is a perfect fit for the Commanders because they haven't had a steady quarterback in a long, long time. Taylor Heineke came in last year. He did a pretty decent job, but he does not have a strong arm. And he could go but so far up the field with dinks and dunks. And he had his moments. But Carson Wentz is a definite upgrade over Taylor Heineke, over Kyle Allen, and even over Ryan Fitzpatrick. So the way I see it, they got him through free agency. They got their man. And considering the weapons that they have on the field, I think Carson Wentz is going to greatly benefit from it because he's not going to be counted upon to carry the team on his back because there's different stars on this team that he can work around and that he can build upon, and they could become better and they could become a playoff team. They could become a contender in the NFC East. I read an interesting article. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know if it's J.P. Finley or where it was written, but there was an article that I read, and it was talking about Ron Rivera and how he went to former coach Joe Gibbs. Went to former coach Joe Gibbs, and he needed advice. So Rivera flew out to North Carolina, met with Joe Gibbs, and they spent about a day together. And basically, the interesting part was Joe Gibbs, of course, is a Hall of Famer coach, three-time Super Bowl winner. And if you figure if anybody knows what to do as far as getting a quarterback or how to acquire a good quarterback, Joe Gibbs is your man. He won Super Bowls with Joe Theismann. He was basically a leader, had great leadership skills. Then later he went to Doug Williams, the bigger quarterbacks, and Mark Rippon. So basically what Joe Gibbs shared with Ron Rivera, he said, make a list. Make a list of about 12 quarterbacks that you want. Put all the qualities of the quarterbacks that you see that you want to play for you. List down those qualities, and whoever matches all of these qualities, file it down, and that's your man. So basically, they watched film on quarterbacks. Ron Rivera made a list. He listed all the attributes and the qualities that he wanted in a quarterback, the strengths, and he wanted a big quarterback. He wanted a quarterback that could see over the line, a quarterback that had a strong arm, a quarterback that could see the field, a quarterback that's very good at reading defenses, a quarterback that can throw the ball vertically, a quarterback that can move in the pocket. And Carson Wentz was the one that actually fit all of these attributes. So that's the direction that he took, and he did that. And the thing about tall and short tall quarterbacks, you want, of course, you want somebody that can see over the line. You want somebody that's big, that can take a hit in the pocket, that can get back up and keep playing. Somebody that's strong, somebody that if they can't get the ball vertically up the field, they can check it down, they can still get it out of their hands. Somebody that has a quick release. And Carson Wentz seemed to have all of these attributes and qualities that Ron Rivera looked at. Where a short quarterback, you better have somebody that can move in the pocket, that's very athletically gifted, that can run, that can duck and dodge, that can get the ball out of their hand. But with a tall quarterback, you don't need somebody as athletic that has to zip and zap and goes zigzag, crooked, and slant it at a slope to get up the field or get the ball out of his hands. With a tall quarterback, you need somebody that has an eye for his receivers, that has a quick release. He could throw the ball vertically. He could throw slants. He could throw it anywhere in the field. Someone that's smart, that's intelligent, that knows what he's doing, that can improvise when the play is broken. He can make something happen out of nothing if the play gets broken. That's the kind of quarterback you have. Someone that has good leadership skills, that knows how to rally the troops, fire up the troops, and get them going in the right direction. That's the kind of quarterback that you want. Someone that's going to throw touchdowns. Someone that's going to throw tight spirals to his receiver and get it to his man. Someone that is just he has a pocket presence. That's the kind of quarterback that you want. That's the kind of quarterback. Someone that can manage a game. You don't necessarily have to lean on have him carry the team on his back, but somebody that can manage a game, throws the ball when he needs to throw the ball, hand off when he needs to hand off. Someone that can keep the clock moving, keep the sticks moving, keep the ball going up the field. And I believe that the Washington Commanders have found their man. I don't knock Carson Wentz. I remember when he played us, when he was with the Eagles, and this guy would absolutely just kill us. So I'm glad that we have him now, and I look forward to it. Thank you guys once again. Welcome to the first show of the Commanders Salute, Washington Commanders. I look forward to this year. It's going to be a great year. Little poster I decorated for the first show. So this is basically my spinoff show from Pro Football Chat. I will be continuing to do Pro Football Chat, of course, and cover all around the NFL. On my next show on Pro Football Chat, I'll be taking a look at 8 trades that took place this year in free agency, and I'm going to grade them and kind of elaborate on them a little bit. Okay, the Washington Commanders, we have 6 picks in the 2022 draft. They have the number 11 pick in the first round. They have the number 47 pick in round 2. Of course, they swapped the 42nd pick with the Indianapolis Colts when they acquired Carson Wentz through the trade. They get another pick in round 4 at number 113. Round 6, number 189. Round 7, number 230. And another round 7 rounder at 240. So not that many draft picks this year. So they're going to have to try to make the most of it. On the next Commanders Salute, I'm going to be taking a look at the needs for the draft, the needs for this team for the draft. And we're going to get into some other fun stuff. So, with that said in mind, thank you for joining the Commanders Salute. Hail, Washington! Hail, fans out there! Salute from the Commanders. I am Freddie Football, your host. Thank you for joining. Hit that subscribe button. Comment in the comment section. Anything I can do to improve the show, let me know. And once again, y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all. Peace.